What if I told you this might be the most over-engineered adventure bike KTM has ever built, and also one of the smartest? Yeah, I'm talking about the all-new KTM 1390 Super Adventure S EVO, a machine that doesn't just want to dominate highways, it wants to outthink them. But here's the real question. Is this just another spec-heavy beast, or has KTM actually created something that changes how we ride forever? Because what this bike does in the first 5 seconds might actually surprise you. Let's get into it. The moment you look at the 1390 Super Adventure S EVO, you can tell this isn't just an upgrade, it's a statement. Sharper bodywork, aggressive stance, and that signature KTM attitude that basically screams, move or get left behind. But don't let the design distract you too much, because under that body is where things get seriously interesting. At the heart of this machine is the updated 1350cc V-twin. And no, this is not just a small bump in power. We're talking around 173 horsepower. Let that sink in for a second. 173 horsepower on an adventure bike. I mean, who exactly is this for? Weekend riders or people trying to outrun their responsibilities? But here's the twist. It's not just about raw power. KTM has refined the engine to deliver smoother torque, better throttle response, and surprisingly controlled aggression. So instead of feeling like a wild animal, it feels like a trained predator, fast but calculated. And just when you think that's the highlight, wait till you hear what EVO actually means here, because this isn't just a name upgrade. The EVO brings in semi-active suspension, but not the kind you're used to. This system literally adjusts itself in real time based on your riding style, road conditions, and braking behavior. Yeah, the bike is basically thinking while you ride. Ever hit a bump and wished your suspension could just figure it out? Well, now it does. And here's where it gets even crazier. There's an automatic lowering system, so when you come to a stop, the bike lowers itself, and when you start moving, it rises back up. It's like the bike is saying, "Don't worry, I got you." And honestly, for a big adventure bike, that's a game changer. Because let's be real, not everyone wants to wrestle a tall, heavy machine at every red light. But KTM didn't stop there. They've packed this bike with electronics that make it feel like it's from the future. You get multiple riding modes: street, sport, rain, and off-road. And each one completely transforms how the bike behaves. Switch to sport, and it becomes sharp, aggressive, and insanely responsive. Switch to rain, and suddenly it's calm, controlled, and almost polite, which is ironic because this bike doesn't look polite at all. And speaking of control, cornering ABS, traction control, wheelie control, all finely tuned. So whether you're carving corners or hitting long highway stretches, the bike adapts with you. It's almost like having a co-pilot, minus the annoying backseat commentary. Now let's talk about comfort, because what's the point of all this power if your back starts complaining after 30 minutes? The seating position is upright, relaxed, and built for long-distance touring. The windshield, adjustable. The ergonomics, thought through. And yes, heated grips and seats are available, because apparently KTM knows cold hands equals bad decisions. And here's something interesting. Despite being loaded with tech and performance, the bike doesn't feel intimidating, which is weird because on paper it absolutely should. But KTM has balanced everything in a way that makes it approachable. Power when you want it, control when you need it. And now let's address something important. Weight. Because every time we talk about big adventure bikes, someone always says, "But isn't it too heavy?" And yes, it's not a lightweight, but thanks to its low center of gravity and smart weight distribution, it doesn't feel as heavy as you'd expect. In fact, once you're moving, it feels surprisingly agile, almost like it's hiding its size. Which, let's be honest, is exactly what you want in a bike like this. Now, here's a question for you. What's the one thing that usually ruins long rides? No, not fuel. It's boredom. And KTM clearly understood that, because this bike keeps you engaged. The throttle response, the way it accelerates, the way it handles curves, it constantly reminds you why you ride. And just when you think you've experienced everything, there's more. The TFT display is bright, responsive, and packed with features. Navigation, connectivity, ride data, all easily accessible. It's clean, modern, and doesn't feel cluttered, which is rare these days because some bikes feel like you need a degree just to navigate the menu, but not this one. Now let's talk about real-world riding. Highway cruising? Smooth, stable, effortless. City riding? Manageable thanks to that lowering suspension trick. Long-distance touring? This is where it truly shines. But what about off-road? Because it is an adventure bike after all. And yes, it can handle off-road. But let's be honest, this is more of a high-speed touring machine with off-road capability, not a hardcore dirt monster. It's built for riders who want versatility, not extremes. And that's actually a good thing because it knows what it is, and it does that job really well. Now, here's the part most people wait for. Is it worth it? Because with all this tech, performance, and features, it's definitely not going to be cheap. But when you look at what you're getting, a powerful engine, intelligent suspension, advanced electronics, and premium comfort, it starts to make sense. This isn't just a bike, it's an experience. And honestly, it feels like KTM is trying to redefine what an adventure bike should be. Not just capable, but intelligent. Not just powerful, but refined. And just when you think you've got your answer, here's one last thought. What if this is the direction all bikes are heading? More automation, more intelligence, more rider assistance? Are we entering an era where bikes don't just respond, but actually think? That's something worth thinking about. And if you want to see how this beast compares to another insane machine on my channel, you'll definitely want to check out the next video popping up on your screen right now. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one.